What's happening, everybody? What if you could actually utilize Chat GPT to ask a very specific question, such as, be honest and truthful, given everything that you know about me, if you were Satan, what would be your top tactics to keep me from my God-given purpose and potential in life? Fascinating. So I'm going to get into this as quick as possible today. I would love it if you would like this video, share this video, do all the things with this video. I'm Anthony Michael Russo. It's time for the Daily Truth. This wasn't in my plan today. I didn't really know what I was going to talk about, and I did my Bible study with the Christian Entrepreneurship Club, and Justin, and not Justin Momoa. What's his name? Justin. Anyways, he was the guest speaker for coding. I follow Justin Mena. Anyways, it was phenomenal. His testimony and the way that he spoke, but he had one thing that he suggested. I know a lot of people did it during the class, me included. And I highly recommend, if you have any relationship with Chat GPT whatsoever, to do this. What it sent me was mind-boggling. And I'm going to go over what it said to me. And I just encourage you to realize that some of the things, if you are a believer, if you're not a believer, maybe you're half believer, whatever. I think it's very fascinating because I don't know how it knew so many of these things about me. And it was hard for me to read while I was on this. So it was very interesting. So as people are jumping on, I see some numbers going up. I see Rhonda in the building. What's going on, Rhonda? Welcome, the Stremster. This is an interesting one. So stick around really quick. We've got the speaking boot camp on the 13th and 14th. 13th is a free webinar. Why am I so choppy today? My whole computer's running slow, so I'm going to not move much. We've got the speaking boot camp. Go to speakingbootcamp.com. Register for free if you want to join us for the full boot camp, which is a full day on Saturday, which I strongly encourage. My whole 8-week program for a fraction of the price, literally a third of the price, and one day, so you don't have to spend weeks and weeks doing it. I would love to see you there. And little secret, if you do end up wanting to do the 8-week course, you will be able to roll that 500 in if you choose to do that at the end of that program. Anyways, please check that out. So with that said, again, Friday night free. If you would like to join my free speaking workshop, that is tonight, Toastmasters on steroids, go to doubledownspeaking.com. Again, that's doubledownspeaking.com. Free workshop. It's like Toastmasters on steroids, speaking with intention. Strongly encourage you do it. And lastly, BioPrecision Peptides. Please go to my Instagram at Anthony Michael Russo. You will see the link there in the bio if you want to learn more or purchase the obligatory daily flex. All right, let's get right into this. All right, those are all my pitches, but now I want to talk about this. So Justin had this thing. He said, hey, if you work with ChatGPT, you should ask this question. And in the actual description of this video, I have it. Be as honest, and this is the exact quote, be as honest and truthful as possible. This is the exact prompt, I should say. Be as honest and truthful as possible, given everything that you know about me. If you were Satan, what would your top tactics for trying to keep me from my God-given purpose and potential in life? So it responded with things that are so true to me. And again, I'm going to share my own because I think that it connects us. It's a story, just like I talk about sharing your story. It connects us to each other because you might hear some of the same things, but I'm going to strongly suggest you do it for yourself. And if you do, it's long, but if you do, I would suggest dropping, if it comes with a good conclusion like mine did, drop the bottom line, drop it in wherever you're watching this, because I want to read it and I'm very curious. So it gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. And I think that this is an important message because I do think on a daily basis in the world we live in, there's so many things that we think that we are doing that might be leading us in the right direction and path in our life and for God. And it might be just a little bit off. So I'm actually going to deconstruct this by starting at the back. The bottom line, which I put in what I put in the description, is very interesting. So bottom line, after all the 8 things that it gave me, if I were Satan, I wouldn't attack your weakness. I'd exploit your strengths. I'd twist your service, your faith, and your voice and your heart, not to destroy you, but to delay you. Because the most dangerous version of Anthony Michael Russo is the one that's fully aligned with God, purpose, voice, and unapologetic action. You've been equipped. You've been called. The only thing left is execution. And that's where the war really starts. that's what I would love for you to share in the comments if you do end up doing this exercise. Um, but the some of the comments, that some of the 8 points: keep you busy saving everyone else. I thought that was number one, and it actually has the tactic, why it works, and I'll break apart the first one. I won't go into depth in all of them, but keep you busy from saving everyone else. Tactic: to convince you that being there for everyone, family, clients, relationships, students, the animals, your dogs, is more noble than focusing on your own mission. Why it works: because you've got a servant's heart, and the enemy would twist that into a martyr complex. The more you're drained fixing others, the less you build what you were called to lead. And then it gives a lie and a truth. The lie: you're doing God's work by putting others first. The truth: you can't pour into others from a cup that's empty. Again, this is just one of the things, and I don't know how if it listens to what I do, if it sees the different things that I do, but that was fascinating to me and incredibly uh, eye opening, therapeutic, confirming a lot of different things. Number two: distract you with almost there opportunities. I don't know how it knows this, but I was having a thought process with somebody that's trying to work with me earlier today, and I was having this exact thing where it's like, almost right there. The tactic is flood your path with good opportunities that pull you just 5 degrees off course from your true calling. MC gigs, side hustles, projects that pay well but don't fully align. That's a whole different story for a different day, for the work that I did last week. But I thought that was very interesting. The lie: at least you're still using your voice. The truth: comfort zones kill callings. I'll just go: weaponize your inner critic. That was one. Isolate you with guilt. Regarding That's interesting. I didn't even read this one. Um, yeah, I'm not going to get into that one. But guilt around, it says isolate you with guilt around fatherhood. Interestingly, I don't know how it even, whatever. That's wild. Feed you with false humility. Let's see, relationship stuff exhaust you. Here's the big one that I found interesting: is a lot of you guys know I don't do politics the way that I used to, and even sometimes I'll get stuck in fights. Number seven was exhaust you with the wrong fights. So the tactic is to entangle me in injustice, politics, and debates, and fights that you feel righteous but drain your spirit. Why it works: because you're a natural fighter for truth, but the enemy can keep you fighting everything. You'll forget to focus on your thing. The lie: every battle needs your voice. The truth: your voice is a weapon. Use it with precision, not just passion. Fascinating. And then it even talked about twist your belief in God's plan into passivity. Um, which is another good one, especially since sometimes we dabble in that line of immediacy and also understanding it's in God's timing. So I'll end with this. It is my number 8 point. Use your deep trust. The tactic is to use your deep trust in God to make you wait instead of walk. The it'll all work out, just be patient philosophy. Why it works: because you've been through valleys and faith carried you, but the enemy wants you to keep waiting on permission instead of moving in obedience. The lie is that God's timing isn't now. The truth is sometimes faith looks like speed. Thought that was fascinating. So, whole bunch of really, really interesting things. I encourage you to ask this very basic question. It is in the comments if you want to copy paste it into your Chat GPT. Be as honest and truthful as possible, given everything that you know about myself, me. If you were Satan, what would be your top tactics for trying to keep me from a God-given purpose and potential in life? I strongly suggest you give that a shot. That derailed my original daily truth today. So yeah, I encourage you to do that and learn that it somehow the AI. Funny enough, I talked about AI on Monday. Is following everything that you do and is incredibly intuitive. That's what I got for you guys today. I ask if you are interested. Tonight is my free speaking webinar workshop. Go. It's interactive. Go to doubledownspeaking.com. Again, that's doubledownspeaking.com, 6 p.m. Central Time. It is free. I call it Toastmasters on steroids, or speaking with intention. I encourage everybody to go check out speakingbootcamp.com, though, as we are doing a Henry and I, and also with the help of some of the students we've had in the past. Friday night is a 100% webinar just on speaking. It is not a workshop. It is where I get into the details of things that can help you, and it is free for everyone. Saturday is a full day boot camp, which is the full 8-week curriculum put into one day. and at a very, very discounted price. So if you want to check that out, I encourage everybody to join me there. I would love to see you. So again, two things to check out: speakingbootcamp.com, and of course for tonight, Wednesday, doubledownspeaking.com for a free speaking workshop webinar. God bless. Have a great rest of your day. Don't surrender your pets. Don't be a garbage human being. And I would love to see you guys put your conclusions that you come up with, the final thing, the bottom line, in the comments. Take it easy.